What we do here is go back.
What's good, guys? Today I got my ISR long tube headers. We're going to be doing an unboxing on these, coating them in heat-proof enamel and coating them in heat-proof clear coat silicone. I bought some hose clamps to hold down the titanium heat-proof wrap. I have 2 rolls of 50 along with the clamps that came in here. But in the box, you have your 2 sets of long tube headers. Your multi-layered metal gaskets and bolts that you're going to need to install them. So here you have these 2 gaskets. These ones go to your exhaust, obviously, and these ones are actually the ones that connect to the engine. But depending on the shape that my old ones are in, I'm probably going to reuse them instead of using these ones. Everybody says OEM is better, and they come with nice, thick bolts and nuts, so that's what we're going to be using. The actual header itself, the reason why I stuck with ISR is everybody says they have the best fitment out of the box. They're honestly said to be like very budget, very cheap in comparison to their competitors, but Z1 Motorsports was close to $2,000 for their headers, and Tomai was I think $1,200 to $1,300, which is quite a bit of money. But the ISR has been coming up lately. Like, they've been doing great work. Their welds look nice. If you want to zoom in on that. All the welds, all the piping looks super clean. Out of the box, it just looks very good. Doesn't seem like there's any real marking, any damage, any issues. So we're gonna do our best. We're gonna do our best to keep this as nice and clean as possible for as long as possible. Alright, so the first step that I'm taking is I'm masking off all the faces that you have that are not going to be sprayed with the enamel. This right here is what connects to the engine. So this is a mating surface. This is what the gasket's going to go to. You don't want to have any enamel, any kind of paint, any kind of debris or anything on it. So you want to cover this. You want to have this as bare and flat as possible. I'm also leaving the logo because I'm going to wrap everything around this logo, spray paint everything around it, but I want the logo itself to show once I'm done. And I'm going to spray with the clear coat silicone in the end.
What we do here is go back.
So to start, these come pre-packaged with like an oil or like a grease residue on them. So I would suggest that you guys take alcohol and just rub down pretty much all major surfaces as much as you can, just to make it so that the actual enamel adheres better. Just hold it, keep it from rotating from you, and you want to focus on the flanges first. You want to get the edges. Get all these nice nooks and crannies. So now you're gonna have 2 fully coated headers. You need to let this dry for about an hour or 2 hours, and then you can get to wrap. All right, so here we have a completed, fully wrapped header. As you can see, I went the extra step and left the ISR. I need to move this over a bit, cut this and move it over. I didn't realize I was covering it, but yeah, so this is the fully wrapped. This is what it's gonna look like. Now what you're gonna wanna do is you look at your header. If you don't have the G35 long tube headers from ISR, you're gonna have different style headers, or you're gonna have different headers designed for a different car. So you're gonna wanna look at these and understand where each pipe finishes. This one touches here, these two touch right here. So I could wrap both of these down to here. This one's really short and can go down to here, right? So the way I would do this most efficiently is do the short one first, all the way down to the bottom, run this medium down to here, and then this long one go all the way till here about, and just start wrapping all three of them together. Cut, this is from my old roll, I cut pieces about this long and laid them on both sides of the ISR and wrapped around it so the ISR logo is still showing. Calculate the material you need before. Instead of moving around with this big roll, you take this, wrap it around the tube once, and figure out how much material it takes. So it takes this much material to wrap it around once. I count for a bit of slack, this much. So that means that it will give you about a 1/4 inch overlay. That's one rotation. Then you take this and you count 1, 2, 3, 4, whatever. You count how many rotations you're gonna do. And if that number is like, let's say 12, it's gonna take 12 rotations. You fold this over, right? You can go 1, 2, 3, all the way to 12. And then you just cut it. And then you open it back up, and then you just work with this small piece instead of a big one.
What we do here is go back.